And my internet is healthy! Oh my god! Okay. Instead of waiting, we're just gonna go to the previous save that I made. And we'll skip ahead a little bit.
Skip ahead to the good part.
Is the bot gonna trigger, or if it doesn't, I'll throw in a manual thing.
Alright. So we'll wait until we get to the line about the cow.
Usually it takes a little bit. Let's wait like a few minutes.
Hi! We're at 720p now.
There it is.
I think it looks fine, honestly. This art style translates.
I mean, yeah, it does.
I mean, it used to be on a 3DS, but it's like 320 by 240 or something.
Suspect already said, so we pressed on this.
We press this.
Yep.
Objection.
No, you got to hear it clearly.
Objection.
Hi!
Hello again, friends.
Alright, this is it. We're not dropping any frames. 3 times a charm!
Alright, let me know if anything needs my attention.
Hey,
Otherwise,
chat, can we get the big fucking round of applause for Sif for, like, solving all of our problems again?
Yeah, basically.
well, don't thank me yet. Just, let's see how the rest of the stream goes, but I'm glad that it seems to be working right now.
For
so,
solving our current problems that we were facing at this current point in juncture time.
yeah.
Good job, Sif.
Everyone enjoy the stream. We'll be in chat.
We'll see ya.
Yeah,
Thank
see
you, Siv! Hey!
Thank you.
Take that.
Alright, so now where we left off was she said she saw a cow.
Hold it.
Okay. Here we go.
I...
Move it, bot.
A cow.
Cow.
This, and we'll continue from here. A cow? Mr. Edgeworth, if you could perhaps ask her for a few more details?
Well, Kay? What can you tell us about this cow?
I remember now! The person in the red raincoat! She had it in her hand! A stuffed cow! I can see it so clearly now!
Are you
Are you sure, Miss Faraday? Are you absolutely certain? Yes, I'm sure! And this court acknowledges the defendant's latest statements as new testimony.
Have you lost your mind, Verity? We can't accept testimony like this.
With all due respect, Mr. Chairman, information pertaining to the victim and her possessions is...
new and highly relevant evidence?
Need I remind you of your adult state of the adult state of her memory? No, this simply won't do.
Adult? But if we claim her memory is unreliable now, then our own argument is weakened, sir. You said yourself only a few minutes ago that thanks to the suspect's confession, we need not worry ourselves over the finer details. Did you not? Were we to call the validity of her memories into question? And we must also call into question the confession on which our entire argument is based. Is that really the most advisable course of action?
Yes, you're right. Proceed as you fit.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
We're still in the game, but only by the skin of our teeth. And only thanks to Judge Gavel's intervention.
Gavel with a spine?
It's almost as if she was on our side for a second.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, the stuffed animal?
I believe the cow in question is this thing here, Your Honor. We found it in the storeroom and believe it is yet another auction lot.
Wait, that's... Do you know something, Gavel? No, It's just... not what I imagined.
I suppose it is a rather odd thing for the victim to have been carrying. I should look it over carefully. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's missing the horn.
Yeah.
The left horn is missing.
This hole. It looks like that's where the horn would have gone. Good job!
But that doesn't look like stuffing in there. So, what is it?
Let's take a look at the rest of this toy and see what else we can find. The other horn? Okay, stop trying to look up his booty hole. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, I was trying to see if there's like blood on the bottom.
The right horn seems intact.
What the hell was that?
My fault. I didn't realize that was your game. The right horn seems intact, but it seems the cow is horny. But
What
I
the
can't say
fuck?
it's doing much for the overall symmetry of this stuffed toy.
Look, Mr. Edgeworth. It moves.
It does? What the fuck?
It sounds like sand being crushed.
It would seem there's a recording device hidden inside. The fuck?
Who's saying this?
I knew it was you the moment I laid my eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Nothing to say for yourself? I've waited so long for this day, and now I'll finally have my revenge.
Holy shit.
That was great. Holy shit.
Holy fuck. Could this be the moment of the murder?
And someone made a recording of it. One of the people recorded had a prominent burn. Wow, I wonder who that could be. Hey, that's them right there. Them's the voices I heard. Sure as eggs is eggs. Unfortunately, we have no way of verifying when these voices were recorded. It's possible they have nothing to do with the murder. If only there was some accompanying video footage. You got bugs in your ears or something, lady? I done told ya! Them's the voices I heard! And we already know the victim was on that thing, right? So it's gotta be from when she got. Yes, it is a possibility, but a weak one, without more than your word to back it up. We need something more. Something credible. Huh, a weird plushie saves the day.
We need? Yet again, she seems to be stepping in to help. Judge Gavel, I think we all know the voices are from the moment of the murder. Consider for a moment the words we heard one of the speakers say. I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. I believe we have something that could explain what these words are referring to and how it's all related. A piece of evidence proves that the voices are from when the murder occurred. Prominent burn mark on the back of the victim's right hand.
The coroner's preliminary findings. How do they prove anything?
Indeed. What on this page shows that the voices must be from the time of the murder. I have to point out the... Jesus.
Burn.
Think again on the words we heard. This part in particular sticks out in my mind. You can't hide that burn from me. The victim had a prominent burn mark on the back of her right hand.
And what of it?
According to Kay's testimony, the victim was carrying the stuffed cow toy. And a burn mark, an identifying mark unique to the victim, was mentioned on the recording it captured.
It's just a coincidence. Stuff like that happens all the time. Right? I'm not so sure that it does. Especially not in this case. The court accepts the recording may be from the time of the murder. Oh, holy cow.
In which case, one of the two voices must belong to the real culprit. And based on the content of the conversation, it seems likely that it's the one we hear the most.
But that still doesn't tell us anything about the killer's true identity, or even if they're male or female.
Due to the voice changers, correct. Unfortunate, but unavoidable.
One thing, however, has become clear. We are now able to say that the voices Miss Hart heard were those of Miss Ringer and her killer. Just like I done told you they was!
We can say something else now, too.
Then let's hear it. That is, if you don't mind, Mr. Chairman.
Do as you wish.
According to Miss Hart, just before the murder occurred, two people came up to the storeroom from the committee chamber on the elevator. The ringleader and one of the auction attendees. It seems this was the point at which money exchanged hands. The murder happened immediately afterward, and the auction carried on after that. All of which points to one key fact. What else does this latest revelation tell us?
Dropping frames? What do you mean you're dropping frames? OBS says I'm not dropping any.
Is it a prank or is it actually genuine? Who's saying it?
Let me pull it up. Ren, like, change screens or something so I can see the change. It doesn't look any different on my end. Ren?
Yeah, I'm changing screens.
Oh, I meant like... Okay, no, that looks fine.
Yeah, I'm not dropping any frames. OBS says that we're fine.
Alright, I'm keeping the stream open, so help me God.
So help me God.
I think the ringleader was the killer.
I poked myself in the eye. Alright.
Since the ringleader was the auction's sole auctioneer, then it follows that they cannot be the victim.
Hey, Gavel? Not right now, Eustace. There's a good boy.
And if they weren't the victim, then they can only have been the killer.
A compelling argument, but hardly conclusive.
I'm fully aware of that, Your Honor. I'm merely warming up for the main event.
Please take care, Bandy.
There were certain traces left on the scene that seemed to suggest that the ringleader was the killer.
Then please hurry up and show us.
What is something that was placed on the scene that points to the ringleader as having been the killer?
The
I
flower?
just sneezed. Am I getting a cold now?
Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
Is it not? Oh, there's the dropping frames.
Oh no. Your upload speed is just like not it.
Hmm?
It looks okay on the live.
Wait, I just realized I'm not at 720 anymore.
What are you at?
I'm at cause I changed it from YouTube to Restream. Update drivers. Babe, I'm gonna be so real with you. If this doesn't work, I'm giving up. I'm sick of this.
Then here, let's keep going while we still have Wi-Fi. Placed on the scene that points to the ringleader as having been the killer. Placed on the scene. I think it was, hold on. Go to the third page again. Was it placed there to hide the existence of the storeroom? Boom.
Take that!
The killer deliberately left a large pool of blood at the foot of the goddess of justice statue. It was due to that blood that we originally thought the murder had happened in this chamber. But it was simply a ruse designed to cover up the blood that had dripped down from the storeroom. Making a save?
Yeah. In order to conceal the existence of the underground auction, correct?
Correct. If the culprit had nothing to do with the auction, they would have had no reason to cover up the blood. Which further supports the theory that the ringleader and the killer were one and the same.
And as to the identity of the ringleader, do you have anyone you'd like to name?
The auction is always held in this committee chamber, with its storeroom located just overhead. So at the very least, we know the murderous ringleader has some connection to the committee.
Yes, yes. And you suspect me, correct?
As the committee's most powerful member, that should hardly be a surprise, right?
Objection! You're a fine prosecutor, that much I'll give you. But as I think I may have mentioned already, you're a hopeless naive! Observe. You've got nothing, dear boy, have you? No evidence whatsoever. Unless you've got something to share after all.
Do I have any evidence to show that Chairman Winner is the murderer? I don't think we do.
I feel like you probably would say I do, though? Oh, I guess...
The music is quiet and we're not, like, gaining momentum.
Okay, so I guess I don't.
My guess is I don't. What evidence would we have?
I feel like this is... I mean, there's no thing at the top left to show that, like, this means anything. Which makes me wonder if this is just, like, kind of a... Like, it doesn't matter what we say.
I'd still go I don't. I agree with Fen.
It was Chairman Winner himself who brought up the fact that I suspected him. And he's seeming confident right from the get-go that he's untouchable. Which means he knows. He knows I have nothing.
Oh ho! Well, Miles, my boy, time to pay the piper. Ah, I've always wanted to say that.
That's actually a little pathetic.
Shut up. Verity's all yours.
Hi, Aster. I love the content. Aw, thank you so much.
Thanks, Ellie.
Hold it.
Hold it.
Hold it! Wait! Dang it! I just remembered something! Huh? Did you have amnesia too? No, it just don't came to me. Flash of inspiration, you know how it is. Very well. Say your piece.
Objection.
Objection! What are you doing, Verity?
Mr. Edgeworth has made it clear he won't give up until every last lick of hope has been extinguished. So extinguish we must, lest he try to drag us through this excruciating process again in the future.
Yeah, what she said. I don't quite get it, but it sounded pretty cool. Don't worry, Dad. I'll help Cavell bring this to a winning finish. We'll show them how wrong they are.
Fine. Let's hear what the witness has to say.
You heard the chairman, Miss Hart. If you would be so kind.
Well, all right then. Here goes nothing.
The facts, Miss Hart, and nothing but the facts, please.
Don't you worry your pretty little head on that front. I'm a journalist. True's my middle name.
Color me officially worried.
So the ringleader's the killer, right? Which makes the victim one of them auction goers. Thing is, that don't add up. I counted 11 people coming down that hatch, see? Then the murder happened and then the auction started back up again. Now have me look back downstairs right after that.
No.
And wouldn't you know it? There were 11 little duckies all lined up in a row again.
How?
And you're sure of this, Miss Hart? Sure can be, your gavelship. Saw 'em with my own 2 papers.
shit, I forgot that this was me. I'm sorry, I'm like monitoring the stream on my
Phone too.
like it's because it still says that I'm dropping so many frames and it's like kind of making me nervous.
Chat, how are we doing?
Chat, how are we? Hold on, let me see how you're gonna hear myself twice, I guess. Sorry, I'm like monitoring. It still says that I'm dropping kind of making I mean, it's like off and on, I guess. Oh dear, I'm gonna hear myself 3 times. My chat's not updating.
Oh shit.
Nah, it's just that nobody's saying anything. Don't worry about it. Stuttering a little. Yeah.
Should we get to the end of this part then, if we can help it?
Yeah, let's just...
Keep going, keep pushing it.
All
Stop
right,
stalling.
but it's still watchable. Alright, it should be fine in the VOD.
And go!
Kaboom! Wait, that's a thingy!
Hi, welcome in JJ and AAF.
I contradicted useless to try to keep up.
Miss Hart, did nothing really change at all?
I done told you already, they carried on right on again like nothing even happened. Oh, sick form. It wasn't nothing much, but... That little old mallet doodad? Can't have yourself an auction with that one. I don't like the one Missy over there's got, but different. The auctioneer's hammer. That's the bunny. I done heard that thing banging and clanging right the way through, then nothing. Just like that.
So the noise of the hammer stopped midway through. Could it have something to do with the murder?
If what Miss Hart is telling us is true, then we have something of a problem. Namely, that if the victim is neither the auctioneer nor one of the attendees, your entire theory cannot stand, Mr. Edgeworth.
Chalk one up for justice! Eat that, Edgeworth!
See, Mr. Edgeworth? There really was nothing we could do.
No, there must be something we're overlooking. Something we still don't have an explanation for. I just need to think. If I can't, Caius.
Alright, kids. Do we finally have our answers now? If so, then I expect you to make good on...
Hold it. One moment, sir. I worry that it might still be a little early to pass judgment. After all, we have one more matter yet to resolve. And until we do, we cannot claim complete and total victory over Mr. Edgeworth. Is that not so, Mr. Edgeworth? Frankly, I expected you to have raised your voice by now. A loud, hold it, perhaps?
Oh, yes, of course. And once again, she has rescued us from the jaws of defeat.
Very well. Let's get this over with, shall we? What is the matter that still remains?
Why, the contradiction in the coroner's report, sir.
That's...
Oh, right on time.
I'm back with the witnesses, Your Honor.
Hey, it's these two again. What's this all about? Why'd you call us back down here? Did somebody suddenly fall ill? I'll have a conference ready in 2 6 7. Ah!
Her fucking mouth is like... Jesus Christ, look how sucked into her face it is.
Probably because she's,
She's old?
I mean, because she's old, but also, the reason that our mouth juts out like this is because we have teeth. She probably doesn't have any.
Okay, but that is like comical.
I mean, it's also Ace Attorney.
This better be good. Did somebody else drop dead? Well, they might soon wish they had.
Dr. Hertz, Miss Needler, thank you for coming on such short notice. Let me assure you this won't take long.
Quit trying to butter me up and cut to the chase, will ya?
Of course. We summon you here to confirm something.
What is Judge Cavell up to?
Dr. Hertz, this court asks that you provide the unabridged truth regarding the following. Welcome back here. Do you stand by your preliminary findings? Can you vouch for their complete and total accuracy?
Grandma doesn't make mistakes, ever!
That's strange.
Huh? What do you mean?
In the course of this trial, an error was indeed found in her report. And so I ask again for the truth, Dr. Hertz. Did you alter, tamper with, or in any way falsify your findings?
That's awful! How can you even say that?
What are you asking me for? Why the heck would I want to do that?
To help the true culprit, of course.
Welcome in, Jacob Wasserman.
As if I knew anything about all that. I just know I didn't do anything of the sort.
Then, that seems doubly strange. What other explanation could there be for the discrepancy in your report? Mr. Edgeworth? I wonder if you might have any thoughts on the matter? It's not like you to be coy, I must say.
Why does she keep taking charge and helping me? I still don't know what she's trying to do. But I'll happily take what I can get. If everything was recorded accurately and then handed off to Mr. Winner according to protocol, then the report shouldn't contain any mistakes.
Wait! For the record, I didn't do anything to the report!
I guess we'll see, won't we? Dr. Hertz, perhaps we could begin with your side of the story.
Why do we even need to? This is pointless!
I'll be the judge of what's pointless, thank you very much.
You have patients waiting back at the hospital! But we really don't have time for this!
Won't you please help us? I can't stress how important this is.
Grandma says she'll testify. But could you please make it quick? If we're not back soon, people will suffer.
And yet you had no qualms about taking your time and buying cotton candy the last time we saw you. We'll let you go as soon as we can, I promise. Assuming you tell us the truth, that is.
They're together, that's kind of cute.
No way there's a mistake in Grandma's report. Not never!
I've been dealing with the dead longer than you've been alive, Sonny Jim. Me writing something wrong's about as likely as... What the heck you think I'd stay on the game by doctoring a file, huh? Don't make a lick of sense.
And that's all she has to say. Nothing funky here.
See? It's just as I thought. There's no chance the good doctor doctored her findings.
Shane looks like it's been running on a printer. I'm so sorry! It's not dropping frames anymore though, so it should be better.
And you swear by the holy goddess that this testimony is true?
Of course! Grandma's never told a lie in her...
Your opinions are not necessary, Nurse Needler. Your grandmother is the subject of this inquiry, not you.
I fucking jinxed it. I fucking hate it here.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you, Jacob.
Not necessary. That's not fair. I'm the only ally poor Grandma has. Go ahead and shout objection left and right, but you best be prepared then, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor.
Oh, I'm more than prepared. I'm ready to expose the truth behind the error in the report. Mistake, not never. Been dealing with the dead longer than you've been alive. The third one, I was like, she's stopping her from talking, so I was like, press that.
Hi, Echo.
The victim appears to have put this raincoat on after sustaining the head injury, and yet there was not a single drop of her blood on the chest area of the raincoat. Therefore, she must have been hit in the head before she was stabbed in the chest, making it pre-mortem.
Oh, that... I don't need you to teach me how to suck eggs, young man. My dang report already says what you just said, don't it?
Your report states that the head injury appears to have been sustained post-mortem, which is the exact opposite of what I just said.
Oh, sure. I diligently dictated the report to Florence here, and she wrote it all down just like I said it. If something happened to it after that, we're nothing to do with me.
You dictated it? If you could please tell me more.
I diligently dictated the report to Florence. Anything after that, we're nothing to do with me.
Florence. Oh, to the girl.
Oh, wait, present that. So then maybe she got the findings wrong, or maybe she wrote them down wrong.
Signed, Hilda Hertz Coroner?
She signed off on that, so therefore wrong. Dr. Hertz, I'd like you to take a look at the report for yourself.
I'll read it to...
Uh-oh, she's freaking out.
This ain't what I said. This ain't what I said at all.
What? What do you mean exactly? Jesus, poor girl. Oh my god!
I don't know. But I can't say that.
Miss Needler, if you are attempting to bury Dr. Hertz's truth, I will gladly hear her confession myself, on behalf of the Goddess of Justice.
Dr. Hertz seemed to be telling Judge Gavel something in private.
What? I see. Very well. Allow me to relay to everyone what you have just told me. Ain't no doubt about what I said. I dictated my findings to Florence just like I told you I did. The fuddle-headed young thing must have wrote it down wrong or something.
Wow, that was a great impression.
Fuck. Hold on. Ain't no doubt about what I just said. I dictated my findings to Florence just like I told you I did. The fuddle-headed young thing must have wrote it down wrong or something.
That's a better impression.
That's a better
That was a
impression.
great impression.
Yes, but was it really necessary? So in summary, there was an error in the report. And it was all because of you, Nurse Needler. You and your needles.
The true facts have now been shown to be that the head injury occurred prior to the chest wound. The question now, Miss Needler, is why did you introduce such an error?
Just a minute, Verity. You make it sound like as if the poor girl did it deliberately. Whereas it seems to me she just made a little mistake. Pre-mortem, post-mortem, they're practically the same word, don't you think?
What the?
Except they mean two completely opposite things. Ow, I bit my tongue.
I thought that I thought that was you actually speaking genuinely for a second as well.
No.
I'm so sorry. Oh,
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Except they mean two completely opposite things. This was deliberate, no doubt about it. I'm struggling with this, all this saliva in my mouth. It's really hard.
Oh dear. Gotta swallow it. Drink some water.
Girl, don't tell me how to fucking live.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But why would she want to change
Can I
it?
tell you?
Exactly. Thanks. You won't get away that easy. Explain yourself, young lady. But Grandma,
You submitted a falsified report, an act that led to Kay being accused of murder. You owe us an explanation.
I can't tell you.
No, don't want to, but can't.
This is really rather unpleasant, don't you think? Ganging up on this poor, considerate girl who's only looking after her grandmother. She has nothing to do with anything. She simply made one tiny mistake, so why not leave it there?
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
I would.
Okay, this got weird. Because the only person her testimony would hurt is you.
Huh? What on earth do you mean, my boy? Seeing as you're now a de facto ex-prosecutor, you're going to need to explain yourself better than that.
I'd be happy to. I'll even spell it out for you. Nurse Needler's role in this crime was very important because
She's a co-conspirator, isn't she?
Nurse Needler doctored the report in order to cover for her accomplice.
Oh, so she's a co-conspirator, this innocent young thing. Do share your grounds for making such a wild accusation, dear boy.
The murder couldn't have been committed by one person working on their own. Without at least two people, it wouldn't have been possible to.
Maintain attendee numbers.
Yeah, that's what she's there for, so it would be 11 and trick Lotta.
Oh!
If the auctioneer was the murderer, and the victim was one of the attendees. The fact that a witness testified to there being 11 attendees even after the murder doesn't make sense.
Hey, watch it! Y'all gonna cut my good word into question now, too?
That's not what I meant. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I'm taking you at your word, which means there must be a co-conspirator.
I know it's hard, my boy, but sometimes you just have to accept that you were wrong.
I wasn't wrong. I just hadn't considered the possibility of the killer having an accomplice. But as soon as we do, things start to fall into place. If the killer's accomplice returned to the auction room in place of the victim, then there would indeed have been 11 attendees before and after the murder. Why is your reaction? You're supposed to scream, you fucking bitch.
Oh, well. Sorry to disappoint you with the expected reaction. So that's your thinking, is it? It's certainly an intriguing theory. But surely the imposter would have been spotted right away.
I don't imagine that Nurse Needler's looks strikingly different from the victim in build and stature. With the help of a mask, she could very easily have replaced Miss Ringer without anybody noticing. Well, Nurse Needler, is that what happened? Did you take the victim's place at the auction?
I wouldn't do something like...
Now tell us, the ringleader, who were they?
I can't tell you! I just can't! And her grandma, too! But Grandma...
Don't you worry about me, I can take it. You just tell me everything, child.
Holy shit. Oh god, looks like flashbacks.
Shut up.
Wait, can y'all do it?
Holy
shit.
So I was right. She was an accomplice.
I love y'all so much, thank you.
Miss Needler... Why?
Well, Miss Needler, can you explain yourself?
Yes. Huh? Oh. Thank you, Grandma, but I'm alright now. I confess it. I changed places with Miss Ringer.
I'm sorry, I still need a second.
The memories.
No, it wasn't even that. It just took a lot out of me, Jesus. Okay. So you admit that you were working with the ringleader?
Yeah. I was helping them. I don't know how, but they found out Miss Ringer was going to attack them.
The culprit was going to be attacked by the victim?
They seemed pretty sure it was going to happen that night, so they made a counter plan. They wanted to strike first, and they wanted me to help them. I was told to go to the storeroom before the auction began and wait there.
No, hold on right there, Missy! I didn't see nothing, and my eyes don't lie! If you'd have been there before the auction, I would have bumped right into you! I was there the whole way through, and you weren't there for a bit of it. But I'm not lying!
Well, that's easy for you to say, but you were lying about altering the report only a few minutes ago.
I think we're all well aware of the number of potential hiding places in that storeroom.
Are we? Where exactly are you trying to say our friend the nurse was hiding,
Nurse Needler hid in here. Nurse Needler hid in here when she was waiting in the storeroom.
Horse?
That's right, she hid in the mask.
The box?
Yeah, the box. That's the only place I could have been. She hid inside this clothes box.
Oh, she didn't she?
Well, it was there the whole time, even before I moseyed on in. Like I done told you, it had all them chains around it. Wanted to hide in there myself, really, but it was locked up tight, so I had to go elsewhere.
I imagine that's because Nurse Needler was already lying in there by the time you arrived.
That's right. We didn't want anybody to open it or it would have really blown our cover. So the ringleader told me to climb in and wait until it was time for my part of the plan. And then they wrapped the whole box up in chains. I think they took the elevator downstairs not too long after. It was just before the auction was due to start.
So as the auction was beginning, you and Miss Hart would have been the only people in the storeroom.
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry. The auction proceeded as it always did, until a certain customer came upstairs to complete her purchase. That was when the incident occurred. Miss Hart overheard the victim and the culprit exchanging words around them.
You betcha! I was behind that statue there, shaking like a dang leaf the whole time.
In the middle of their quarrel, Miss Ringer was killed by the auctioneer. I imagine that the auctioneer then carried Miss Ringer's body over to the clothes box, from which Nurse Needler emerged and swapped places with the victim, after placing Miss Ringer's body inside the box. Nurse Needler's role now was to pretend to be Miss Ringer. The two of them then returned to the room below as if nothing had happened. Does that about sum up what happened in the storeroom, Nurse Needler?
Yes. In fact, that's exactly what happened.
Hold it! Hold up. So you just waltzed right back on in and nobody noticed? This is two completely different people we're talking about. You tell me not a one of the other folks down there at the auction got known?
Why would they? The other auction goers had no reason to notice the difference when Nurse Needler entered because...
She had stolen the victim's clothes?
Yeah.
I mean, these kind of feel like the same thing.
I mean, stolen the victim's clothes, I feel like that's like more specific. I think imitating in this case is like fucking...
I mean, I guess so. But I mean, she was doing that too, because she had the voice changer.
I think victim's clothes. Yeah.
But yeah, we said victim's
As we've
clothes,
seen, Miss Ringer and Nurse Needler are about the same build. What's more, the auction rules required attendees to wear their masks at all times. If Nurse Needler were wearing the same clothes as Miss Ringer, nobody would have been any the wiser.
No, and they weren't. I bought Miss Ringer's clothes and...
I left the poor child in her smalls? Have you no respect, girl?
No, Grandma, I thought the same thing. It wouldn't be nice to leave her like that. So, when the ringleader wasn't looking, I put the raincoat on her.
So that's how Miss Ringer came to be wearing it. Thus the auction was able to carry on as before.
It's the part where I caught the red raincoat on film just came after. Yeah, it must be. And it all makes sense. Right after that was when I went on over and looked downstairs through the gap in the elevator. Found me 11 happy little auction goers. Then back I stuck to my little hidey hole.
Don't tell me you were hiding back there the entire time after that.
Well, that is... Not exactly.
What is it? Did something happen?
So maybe I ought to have mentioned this before, but I fell asleep for a few weeks after that. Passed out.
Unconscious, you might say?
What? What happened?
Oh, nothing much. Kind of silly, really, but there was a sudden loud noise, and it startled me just a little bit, you know? Or maybe more than just a little, but I just witnessed a murder. Can't blame the girl for getting jumpy. Guess I got my heart shook and my head faint. Before I knew it, I was out like a light. By the time I came to, it was the next dang day, and there were y'all clanking down that ladder.
I see. So you were startled by a loud noise and fell unconscious? I suppose that means you don't know what happened after that.
Not per se, but, well, after the auction was over, all the masks were back on the rack. So I reckon the guests done finished up and filed out one by one like they were supposed to.
Nurse Needler, once the auction had restarted, what exactly were you doing?
I was pretending to be Miss Ringer and placing bids just as the ringleader wanted. I had to win the clothes box as I'd been instructed. It had a dead body inside after all. Imagine if somebody else had won it. Would have been real trouble then.
So you had no idea that the victim had vacated the box in the meantime?
No, not until we came back up so I could quote-unquote pay for it. That was when we noticed. How's Stream now? It seems very healthy. The ringleader
Still
told me to
looking good,
go
yeah.
look for her right away. Except I found some other girl collapsed at the foot of the ladder instead.
Okay.
Yes, she must have fallen from up on the roof and been knocked unconscious.
Guess the victim must have left that hatch wide open, huh?
That would explain it. Kay would have been so shocked by seeing Miss Ringer fall motionless right in front of her. She wouldn't have seen the open hatch and fallen right through it. That explains the noise that caused you to faint as well, Miss Hart. was the sound of Kay crash landing onto the storeroom floor.
Yeah, I suppose. I can't believe something like that done knocked me out for so long, though.
So in summary, by the time Miss Needler found Kay, you were already sound asleep behind the statue. I think we've got a good grasp on what occurred up to this point now. Nurse Needler, if you would continue.
Sure. So, I found Kay, and next I found Miss Ringer, and I put them both in the clothes box. We couldn't risk any of the auction goers seeing them. That would have caused a real hullabaloo.
Was that your idea? Or the ringleaders?
Theirs. But putting the raincoat on Miss Ringer was my own idea. So, I tried to get rid of it before they found out what I'd done.
I imagine they were none too pleased when it showed up as a surprise piece of evidence in this case.
And lastly, have fun, Jacob. The ringleader and I put her in an auctioneer's outfit we prepared.
Of course, which completed the deception and made everyone think she was the auctioneer.
All in all, the auction finished up without anybody noticing anything. And that was that.
Now that we know the extent of your crimes, Nurse Needler, if you have anything further to share, I'd advise you to do so immediately.
I wish I could tell you more, but I'm sorry. That's all I know. Oh, except for one other thing. It did seem a little strange, I guess. When I was borrowing Miss Ringer's clothes, I took everything I could, but I couldn't take her hair, obviously, so...
You're dang right you couldn't take her hair. What kind of medical professional are you?
That's where you draw the line? So taking her clothes was okay?
Her hair was totally different. The style, the length, everything. I kind of panicked. But the ringleader thought of everything, including wigs. 2 of them, in fact. There was a straight one and a wavy one. They were both stashed in the clothes box.
2 wigs? But why?
Right? I wondered that too. I thought maybe they were worried she might have changed up her style. Anyway,
Have you worn wigs?
I took the straight one. That was the one that matched her hair on the day.
Do you wear wigs?
Have you worn wigs? Will
Will you
wear
wear
wigs?
Figs.
When
When
will you
you-
wear wigs? God, it's so good.
I would do that, but I'm
I would
scared
do
for my
that.
throat.
Who has
My throat
wavy hair?
sanctity.
Leaving a wavy wig in the box.
Come to think of it, you know who does have wavy hair?
And that's everything you know? There's nothing else you're forgetting?
No. Huh? No, really, Grandma, that's everything.
And I take it that you really have no idea who the ringleader might be?
Sorry, I only know that they were in charge of the auction. I didn't see them without their mask on. And they were pretty careful to keep their identity a secret from everyone.
If I can't get something concrete on them.
Oh, well, Miles, are we about done? You've proven the nurse was part of the murder plot, but sadly for you, it doesn't change a whole lot. Because it does nothing to prove that Kay Faraday isn't the ringleader. And justice must prevail. We can't change the law, even for your sake. Observe.
Is this it? Am I not going to be able to save Kay?
What the? She's here?
Francisca? My girl!
My girl!
Francisca! What are you doing here?
As I told you before, Miles Edgeworth, where the case leads, I follow. Your dedication is an inspiration to us all. But don't go getting the wrong idea, little brother. I'm only here to deliver the truth regarding the suspect. I'm certainly not here to forgive you for abandoning the way of the prosecutor.
The queen is here!
I understand that.
You should thank your former subordinate for what I'm about to share. In his desperation to help Kay Faraday, he gave me a valuable piece of information.
Detective Gumshoe did that?
Prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth, for the final piece of the puzzle. Rosie Minger's head wound was the first of the injuries she suffered, not the second.
Well, someone say something!
Yes, there's no easy way to say this, Francisca, but we already proved that ourselves.
You... What?
Yes, just a few minutes ago. Oh!
But why didn't you say so sooner?
You didn't exactly give us a chance!
And I suppose you know about the murder weapon too?
No, not yet.
Good. Then listen up. The victim was struck on the head with a blunt object bearing a circular surface, and the wounds to the chest were actually inflicted post-mortem.
Circular surface.
Objection! Are you certain of that, I assume? And your sources are above board?
Two trusted medical professionals reached the same conclusion independently. You couldn't ask for more.
That's certainly good to know. Unfortunately, you're overstepping the bounds
Of
of...
what? I am the prosecutor in charge of Interpol's investigation into the underground auction. And this murder occurred during that auction. It would be negligent of me not to pursue leads pertaining to related parties. Especially the victim.
My. You've really become quite the force to be reckoned with, haven't you, my dear? God, I'm starving.
Are we all hungry?
We all need dinner.
No, literally.
Then all parties are in agreement. The victim died from a blow to the head.
Finally! The autopsy report!
Sadly, the murder weapon itself has yet to be identified.
Updated autopsy report!
Let's go.
Based on the shape, I might have an idea or two.
But guys, I didn't turn up any other weapons during my investigation.
And yet one need only think about the setting in an auctioneer's tools, and the answer should be obvious.
The hammer?
An object with a circular surface used in an auction. We're obviously talking about the auctioneer's hammer.
Judge Gavel's hammer.
What would an auctioneer have readily at hand? An auctioneer's hammer, of course.
But we never found one of those.
If the auctioneer was indeed the killer, it does seem a likely candidate for the murder weapon. But without the evidence to support your theory, it remains nothing more than that.
Oh, I have just the evidence you need right here. This piece of evidence strongly suggests that the auctioneer's hammer was the murder weapon.
Autopsy report?
Oh, remember what fucking Lotta said? How the fucking
Oh, what, Miss Hart's statement?
Yeah, she said that the sound couldn't be heard
sound
anymore.
could no longer
so
be
that's when it was
heard.
yes, that's what I was saying. Yes. Let's go! Miss Hart told us something very important about the auction after the murder occurred. Oh, my throat. Hold on.
Oh no! Oh, Daddy, please take care.
She said that the very
almost
prominent
there.
sound of the auctioneer's hammer could no longer be heard. Now, why would that be? I'll tell you why. Because it had just been used in a murder and was covered in the victim's blood. It would need to be disposed of. Isn't that right, Chairman Winner?
I'll have our people look into this right away.
Oh, you really are like a dog with a bone, aren't you, dear boy? But if you can't dedicate yourself to a cause when you're young, when can you? Hmm?
He seems very confident we'll never find it.
Very well. A search for the murder weapon will be conducted. In the meantime, this court is in recess. To be
To be
continued.
Bro, I need to go.
Yeah!
We're already in the ladder. We have to be close.
Let me double check.
Go double check. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Okay.
I kind of.
And if we keep going, I'm gonna go eat dinner first.
I haven't ate anything all day.
All day. Oh Jesus.
You know, I don't want to call it a stream though, because when is Mugman next available?
Also, I'm gonna be traveling interstate until probably next week, like today, for you guys.
to walk through. And stream has been behaving. It sure has. Alright. Strategy wiki.
Obviously, we should take a break, but if it's not too long, you don't think? I guess we can continue.
So end part 1. And end part 2. So this is the final part.
Okay. Does it seem that long?
Okay. It seems decently long, so maybe we should take a break.
All right. I'm gonna go grab some food.
Go get some food, yeah.
All right. Catch you all soon.
Soon.
Don't
Don't go anywhere.
go changing that dial now.
Aster yap time. Wow. What do I yap about?
I feel like I don't have that much to say. Yeah, let me put on some music. Here we go.
Well,
Any opinions on The Godfather? I've never seen The Godfather, so I don't have any opinions. Have you tea? No, I finished all my tea a couple hours ago. Yeah. We ending? Nah, just taking a break. Good movie, I believe it. How are the Genshin luck gods going? Oh my god. Guess what, everybody? So, in Honkai Star Rail, I pulled for Aventurine, which... Babes, you know that it's bad whenever I'm pulling for a man. I never pull for men in gacha games. Ever. Pulled for Chirin though. And I got him at 0 pity. I lost the 50-50 to Bronya at around 70 pity? Maybe 80, honestly. I lost her at 80 pity. And then the literal very next pull was Aventurine. Which was crazy. I just remember my friends were on the phone with me, and they said they were talking to each other, and they were like, "Oh yeah, if Aster doesn't get Aventurine, because I told them, I was like, if I don't get Aventurine, I'm not gonna like if I lose the 50-50, I'm not pulling anymore." And they were like, just do 30 pulls after you lose a 50-50. They were like, if you don't get it within then, like, we will actually pay money to to get you him. And I was like, okay. So I did like 110 pull, and literally the first one was Jirin, which was a big surprise. But having no luck in ZZZ. Oh man, I was considering doing a cover of...
Hello, Mugsaman is back.
hi, Daddy.
I was considering doing a cover of Bernice's song. Like,
Oh my god, that song fucks.
Mugman and Rose were telling me about how on social media it got a lot of hate. Which
Well, yeah.
Which I
Well,
thought was...
the song itself, I don't think got a lot of hate. It was just like the music video and Bernice herself.
But it was cute and silly.
It was incredibly silly, but like because everyone's a fucking gooner online.
I mean, yeah, this is
They-
true. There is like some interesting shots of her. But I mean, like, I don't know. You can't be upset that like the Gooner Bait game has Gooner Bait in it.
Hey, what's the plan, by the way? Are we continuing or are we stopping?
Yes. So this next section is the last one.
Okay.
And so I
So are we
really,
finishing it?
yeah, I really just want to
Okay,
finish
can
this
I go
damn
eat
case.
dinner?
Yes, you can.
I will not be long.
Okay. Ben asked her singing a duet, it would slap. We're thinking about it. It's the goon game. No, literally. And like, I don't know. I guess I'm like mildly like more okay with ZZZ because it's not just the women that get like, you know, that sort of treatment. Like if I remember properly, I think Von Lycan, like the wolf man in Zenless Zone Zero, he has like weights in his booty. So whenever he moves around, it jiggles. It's all equal. I still don't think... I'm trying to remember what game it was. I think it was Grand Blue Fantasy that is probably the most equal in regards to like... in regards to like true equality in regards to quote-unquote gooner bait. Listen, guys can have cake, okay? If anything, it kind of looks better when they do. I think a lot about how Boot Hill in Honkai Star Rail. Boot Hill in Honkai Star Rail is literally like he's almost concave with how little booty he has. Like he's flat as a board. He's flatter than a board. And I just remember everyone being like it was so sad. I thought I was looking at the front of him, but no, it was the back. It's so flat. Fun fact, Lycan is a Greek word that refers to wolfmen, or men who turned into wolves. It's where we get the word lycanthrope. Naruhodo. Flat justice. What's it called? Petanco? I get it though. Someone get that man some cake and squats. Bro. Need to do some papa squats. Which is too much to handle? I shouldn't be dropping any more frames. I'm sorry though. But see you later, puppet. I would like to say that Leo has cake. He has a buff butt. That's awesome. Boys with cake. Very good. I don't know. I thought Bernice's song was super cute though. Like, and I remember listening to the singer. I like her.
I think I would say Leo has cake. He has a buff butt.
I should change the volume of the I should change the volume of the alerts. They're a little bit quiet. I thought it was catchy. No, I love the accent that the singer has.
What can I get for you? A drink? Some snacks? Or a little flames?
It's so cute. Like, I love the way that she says, like,
Some snacks?
it's so cute.
Or a little flames? Venice, 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 go, go!
It's so cute. I don't know. Here, this is just me being, like, mega feminist again. But here's the thing. I think that if a character like Billy made a song like that, people would eat it up. They would love that shit. They'd just be like, oh my god, he's so silly and funny or whatever. But no, I think it's because, like, Bernice is doing it. And they're just like, genuinely, I think the issue is that she's a woman. Because I'm so serious. Y'all, imagine if Billy made a song like that. They would just be like, oh, it's so funny. I'm repeating myself. But anyway, I just love fire.
All that you desire, set it on fire. I'll make you spend your pennies all away. It's my desire. 3, 2, 1, fire! Bernice, 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 go, go!
With the game that's mostly women, I mean, the thing about Gooner Bay also is that it inherently objectifies. So it doesn't really matter, like, who they are as people. They're seen as objects. His crush has a cake, as you know. Lamau.
I love Hannah.
Now that I've like recovered from my cold, I need to start getting back to recording. But interestingly, I feel like lately my voice has gotten higher, just a little. Like the way that I speak lately has just gotten a little higher. So Mix-a-Lot song in the background. Oh yeah, Twitch paid me today, which was nice. I didn't know that I was still getting money from Twitch. So I got the notification and I was just like, what the hell? Bikurishita. I'm eating a salad. Wish me luck.
What do you need luck for eating salad? Oh yeah, I had a salad today. Lookman and I went on a date today. I had fish and salad and corn on the cob, and they had chicken. Fish! Hold on, where's the sound?
Or don't, okay. Where's my fish sound? Ara? Where is it? Are? Okay, it just took a little bit to load.
Seriously? Right in front of my salad? You do have lots of VODs to check against from and see if it's changed. Then again, listening to your own voice can be odd. I'm very used to listening to my own voice though. Like, it's not,
doing some cute Hanaleo art for you too.
Aw, thank you! I'm excited to see it!
But I don't know, I feel embarrassed when I listen back to my old VODs in particular. Because, like, I'm a voice actor and I'm a singer, so I have to listen to my voice a lot. But, like, I listen to my old stuff and I'm just like, I didn't know how to do anything. Like, I feel like I don't sound as good as I do now. Especially playing Ace Attorney, I feel like I've unlocked some different parts of my voice. Like, a voice like Bound, Judy Bound. I don't think I would have been able to do something like that. Even like it was a voice that I actually practiced. Or the voice that I did for,
Also doing some cute Honixleo.
Why'd it cut you off? Hello? But, yes, thank you for the tear. But, like... But, oh jeez, what was her name? Lagarde. The guard of the prison. Like,
Oh, her voice is very deep.
and then there was Judy Bound's voice, which was very, very deep. But whenever I hear my voice recorded, it just kills my lifespan. I guess after a while, like... I've been recording to myself and like listening back on myself for like years now. So I've gotten very used to my own sound and I like my own sound. I've kind of curated my sound so I can sing basically anything and be happy and comfortable with it. I get embarrassed listening to my voice mainly because my voice doesn't sound that feminine to me. I sound a bit more gender ambiguous according to people. A little. But that's not a bad thing. I'd rather not hear my voice. Aw, all of you are making me so sad. I sing part-time. It's cringe listening to my voice because to my ears it sounds terrible. That's also very sad. If you sing, you have to listen to yourself. Because you sound very different in your head than on recording. Hey Raven, I just checked Blue Sky. Have you seen my prosecutor's badge? Domain expansion. These are so silly, thank you. Man, now I'm thinking about when I was like back in choir in middle school. It was choir in middle school was mixed because I had two teachers in my choir in middle school. So so in my first year of choir, I had this really nice teacher. She was a piano player first and a singer second. Yes, they were very funny. She's a choir teacher first. Or no, she's a piano player first and a choir teacher second, a singer second. But she had so much love for teaching and so much passion for her students that she was very, I don't know, she was just a very enjoyable teacher. And you know how like sometimes you have those teachers that like they're very kind and so you just want to do your best for them. And so I remember her class won lots of awards. And then we got a new teacher who was a brilliant singer. Gorgeous voice. She was a very, very harsh teacher though. Like very harsh. Like being in her class, like it felt like there was like no time to play around. Everything was serious. And she, I don't know, it felt like she didn't she didn't have the same inherent passion for teaching. Like it felt like she should have been a teacher for students who were much older. And she criticized my technique a little bit. She said that she thought my voice was interesting because it was very clear, even though my mouth doesn't open that much whenever I sing. It's very wide. It's after I left that like middle school, I started taking professional voice lessons from a different teacher, and she was very similar in that she could recognize that I had talent for singing, but I had to draw out my singing in a way that she was satisfied with, otherwise that she would just like she would just get so upset with me. I remember being in those like lessons and she made me feel so terrible about my own technique that I remember one time I straight up like ran away from home because I just did not want to be in that lesson. Being with her made me feel like I couldn't sing, and it was very, very disheartening. And after a while, I ended up leaving because I couldn't do it. Like I ended up like quitting those lessons. Origins of a supervillain. Was that the same one who told you your voice range was too wide? Yes, that was her. She told me that whenever I was singing lower notes and when I was singing higher notes, I ended up sounded like two different people, and she hated that. She wanted me to be more consistent. I have a fairly deep masculine voice as a trans femme who doesn't voice train. I have a sort of weird relationship with my voice. Man, trans women, I think I've mentioned this before, but I think trans women who like have had voice training are so funny. Cause the thing about like voice training is that it's something that you like, I mean obviously I haven't voice trained myself, but it's something that they can like turn on and off. So I love those videos that's like, it's like, what is your name? Martha? No, what's your real name?
Roberto!
Like those ones. There's also a trans woman, ? She does the voice for Testament in Guilty Gear Strive. And they make full use of their very diverse voice range. Like they can voice both men and women like flawlessly, and it's just insane to listen to. I saw I'm not sure, on TikTok the other day, And it was crazy. Because they can just do both and like switch between them so smoothly. It's so cool. I guess the Optimus Prime effect. Hold on. Voice actor... Testament. Hold on, is this it? Here it is. Here, y'all need to listen to this.
McKee, and if you didn't know, I am a voice actor. In fact, I am a transgender voice actor that does both men and women. You've probably heard me in a lot of stuff that you like, and I have a new character reel which I've made a TikTok edit for to show you a few of those things, like Testament from Guilty Gear Strive, Kiku from One Piece, and Yuta from Jujutsu Kaisen 0. Let's roll it.
I'm hardly dressed for a party.
Insane!
To intrude.
Hearken well. I am Samurai. Cause why not? Do it cause you've got a nice face. And cause I chose not to rain a little wrath down on you fools.
After all, I, Charles Augustus Milverton, am thorough in my work.
So crazy! I love... Oh, it's so cool! That does not sound like the same person. I know! It's so cool! Like, look at it! It's so cool! I think Judge was mentioning at some point that, he was a bit of a mind freak. Oh wait, no, transition goals. Oh no! Here, let me send you... Let me check her there. She, her. Okay. So her name is Kaylee McKee. Here's... There you go. That's her name. Also known as Gaspy. So you can look her up. But... So cool! So cool! I was just blown away when I saw that. Cause like, the voice is so different. It's so cool. But Judge was mentioning that so for me, welcome in Gallant. So for me, whenever I voice act, my voice I feel like is very wide. I think Sif put it in an interesting way. You said that I somehow managed to sound like a 5-year-old and a 30-year-old at the same time. And so for me, whenever I voice act, I feel like I'm kind of channeling certain parts of my voice into one character because my voice is so diverse. I just kind of take one part of it and then channel it into one particular character. For example, Kay's all the way up here! And she's a little nasally. And of course, the delivery changes it a little bit too. And then, you know, I go lower. I go lower for Gavel. And even lower for Judy. Like, I really go into my throat for Judy.
And then I try to sound like a man whenever I'm voicing Fifi Lagarde. And then I get really low.
But for me, also welcome back, darling. For me, whenever I try to sound like a man, it doesn't sound like a man, it just sounds like a boy. I felt like, for Fifi, that sort of thing, just like, me trying to sound like a man, but failing a little bit. Like, cause it doesn't sound like I'm trying to sound like a man, it just sounds like a very deep and almost comical woman. Which is pretty much exactly what I was going for. Was that a voice changer just now? Oh, so darling, we were talking about voices and stuff like that. Do you know the voice actor Kaylee McKee?
Sounds familiar.
She is the voice of Testament in Guilty Gear Strive.
No wonder.
And she has one of the most diverse voices I've ever heard. So she's a trans woman, and she's done voice training, so she can flawlessly do both. Here, listen to this.
Oh, yada yada. Wait, hold on. She got that. Let me skip ahead a little bit.
Sorry to intrude.
So yeah, he's Testament.
Well, I am samurai. Cause why not? Do it cause you've got a nice face. And cause I chose not to rain a little wrath down on you fools.
After all, I, Charles Augustus Milverton, am thorough in my work.
You are worthy. I have achieved perfection through completion.
Didn't learn from the poison ice cream, huh?
Crazy! That's not even the same person! It doesn't sound like it at all!
No, not even close.
I know! Ugh, trans women. So fucking cool. Of course, I just love women in general, but every time I see it, I'm just blown away. I think, I've tried to say this a couple times, but I keep getting off topic. Judge has mentioned, so I was mentioning how, like, for me, I take different parts of my voice and channel parts of them into specific characters, and that's how I do my voices. The reason I can do this is because I'm very intimate with my own voice because I've tried to sing so many different types of things. And welcome back here. For me, like, I just channel, like, parts of my singing and, like, turn that into characters. Judge says that he tries to, like, make voices that doesn't even sound like him. And so he's developed, like, this range that I'm still trying to wrap my head around so I can cast him better. I'm very excited for the Great Ace Attorney. Because I've been thinking about it. I've been trying to think about character distribution. Obviously, I still want you to do Nosuke, darling. I want you to do Nosuke. I definitely want Judge to do Baroque. What did I miss? I've just been chatting. I want Judge to do Baroque. I'm still trying to debate who should do Sholmes. Because I feel like both of you could do a good Sholmes. Are you still here?
Yeah,
You're not saying anything.
because my voice hurty.
Oh, sorry. Aster can voice girlies from kids to adults and young boys. Yeah, I feel like I could do... I feel like I've slowly mastered young boys. Eustace sounds a bit younger than he should, frankly, but it's fine. I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, I'm kind of taking a liberty, and I feel like it works. With Kay, I'm taking liberties. I feel like it works. I'm very happy with Kay's voice. Gavel is tough. Because I feel like I'm channeling both the official and the fan translation Gavel. So, like, she's kind of ending up in an interesting mix. But I'm still trying to channel hot woman more than anything. Welcome back, Judge!
You got some food with me.
Hell yeah!
What'd you get?
Just some McDonald's. I need something really quick and fast.
You're kind of real for that. I'm also...
I had the stream on while I was in the car, so...
Oh, you listen to everything. You heard me singing your praises.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, so you heard me saying, I'm still trying to, like, wrap my head around, like, your voice.
Thanks. It's an enigma.
It is.
My mind is like an enigma.
I genuinely don't think that your fucking Excelsius is the same person as you.
It's so different. Like, all of the voices that you do are so different from your natural voice that I, like...
Hold on, I'm gonna grab more tissues.
I have, like, a hard time wrapping my head around it.
I gotta probably do a voice that's more close to my natural, but... I mean, my natural voice isn't really fitting for a lot of characters or stories, because usually they're more...
They're more outgoing.
The stuff I read for. Or more, like, also the accent.
Oh yeah,
well.
that's true.
Yeah, my accent.
I'm debating whether to have you or Mugza Man play Herlock Sholmes when we do Great Ace Attorney. Like, I can't decide. I definitely... I want you to do asogi. I'm gonna train your Japanese pronunciation a little bit. I mean, you took it, right?
All right.
You took a class for it, right?
Nope. I'm just learning.
Ah, naruhodo.
In my own time.
Actually, I mean, the protagonist's name is
friend who's teaching
Naruhodo,
me.
so...
Yeah.
Judge's voice quite gravelly. It's very low.
I grabbed the rest of the tissues downstairs.
Oh yeah. Do y'all mind taking over for me for a little bit while I go eat?
You didn't go eat?
No, I was entertaining
Why?
chat while y'all were away.
You don't need to entertain chat. Go fucking eat.
But I wanted
on the
to. I
floor.
had things I wanted to say.
Do you want to improv again, Fen? Like, do
Oh,
a
jeez.
bit?
Y'all have fun.
Alright.
Okay, we're just having a nice, like, quality, lunch together. And then, at some point, the place gets robbed. Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So picture the scene, right? We are sitting at a dine-in restaurant. Doesn't matter which one.
Yep.
It could be a fucking Chili's for all I care, right?
Yeah, okay.
So we're chilling in the Chili's, right? And then suddenly, boom! Someone kicks in the doors. They got a gun, a big gun, raised in the air, and says, "Nobody move! Nobody move, and no one gets hurt." And then,
yeah.
Yeah. So, what?
I shoot him and he's dead, and then the day's saved.
But you have a gun?
Yeah, of course. We're in Texas, right?
Are we?
I think so. I remember there was this one story about this guy that like robbed this place. As actually no, there was a guy that tried to rob a gun store. Get this, and he tried to rob it with a baseball bat. Can you believe it?
Oh. Yeah, that does sound like something from Texas. Anyways, no.
Yeah.
So, assume for sure we could be in Texas, but just so conveniently, we don't have this one. We don't have this one. We don't have the knives that I bought from Renfest yesterday.
Okay, we don't
and
have
we
any
don't
weapons.
have
Okay,
the
gotcha.
Nerf gun that I'm bringing back. Hold on, let me go find it.
Okay.
I found it. So we don't have the first two, and we don't have this one either. That one right there. God damn, this thing's so light. Why did they make it so? Wait, whatever. That important. So we don't. Oh. Also, I forgot one more. Here, that is the old blunderbuss model that I also bought at Renfest.
Very cool, but we're not going to use any of these.
We don't have a single one of those. Okay, so
Okay.
we don't have any of them.
Okay, I simply dodge then. I dodge the bullet.
Okay, you dodged. Okay, but I thought they aren't shooting at us yet.
No, but when they do, I can use my.
What do you mean when they
do?
do? I thought we're just sitting in the Chili's enjoying our fucking like whatever, like salmon or crispers or whatever the fuck.
I'm gonna be like a hero and then like dodge the bullets and everyone's gonna be like, "Whoa, so cool!" and then they're gonna clap.
Okay. So you would how would you dodge the bullets though? Would it be like a?
Just move out.
Would you like predict the pattern or?
No.
Okay, so let's say that. Okay, picturing a different scene. We're walking along the street, right?
Okay.
We're trying to go to whatever place we need to go to. And whatever like direction. Google Maps, sure, why not? Google Maps takes us down a road that we've never been to.
Okay.
And then while we're walking down that road, suddenly, boom! All the power goes out. The light above us goes out. It's nighttime, by the way. It's nighttime and it's raining. So it's nighttime, it's raining, and the power goes out. Boom! Suddenly, it's complete darkness. We got the phone in our hand, so we hold on. I'll provide the sound effect for us. Okay, fuck! It didn't. I don't know if you can hear the clicking or not, but I'm clicking a flashlight. I hope you can hear it.
Yeah, I can.
That is the flashlight turning on sound. And boom, once you turn on the flash, right? There's a man, and he's in a hood, and he's got a mask. He's holding, get this, a knife.
Oh my god.
Now, similar
shoot him.
to... See, I was getting to that. See, similar to the last situation, we don't happen to have any weapons on us. We left them in our car, like where we parked. In the hypothetical, so like the gun and the so once again, we don't have this. We don't have this, or the other two that are across my room that I don't feel like getting right now. So we don't have anything, right? Don't mind about the knives that I used as demonstration either. So we don't have anything, right? They have a knife, right? There's a guy coming at us from the front, and then we try to turn around and back up a little bit. Boom! Suddenly there's a guy coming out of the back. Suddenly he's like, "Whoa, holy shit!" He's also got a knife. These are like big dudes. These are big dudes. Okay, they're like massive. I mean, like, I how tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
Okay. So they're like 9, and then they're coming at us, and we need to like do something about it. You know, like what's like the first thing that you do? So that's not important. So like, what do you think we should what do you think we should do? Like when we're trapped on both sides, and you know, is it like a situation where we're like, is it fight? Is it flight? Is it scream for help? Is it like I take down one and you take down the other, and then we like high five over their corpses once we kill them?
I think that's what we should do. I think we should bite their ankles because they're so tall, and then they'll timber over like trees.
Oh yeah, like oh, I see. Oh, so you're practicing with that already with the salmon that you're eating. Okay. So that so they're But what about the bone though? Like, do we bite through the bone as well?
No. Like you just have to like weaken the point. You don't have to like completely eradicate it. So
okay, so we bite their ankles. What then?
As they like cringe from the pain, they'll probably like trip over because we're holding onto them. Maybe the other ones would come like at us to try and kick our bodies, but then we can probably like just uppercut them and take their heads off.
Yeah. Oh, see. Okay. So you're going for a more offensive approach. Personally, I would have gone for a more defensive approach in that scenario. So like, think about it, right? We're biting their ankles. You know, like I am like horizontally, like sideways on the ground, and I'm fucking biting on those, nibbling on those chompy, anklers. I'm fucking feasting, and then when they go to like kick me off or like stab me or whatever, I go.
Okay.
And then I get up and then I bite the other one's ankles.
Okay.
And then when that's done, that's when that's when we'll like gain distance and we'll like watch them as they're like bleeding out in pain, right? Because we also cut through both their Achilles heel, their ankle, and their carotid artery all at the exact same time. So as they're like bleeding out on the floor, I'm thinking, right? After we're done with like the defensive situation, then that's when we can like gain distance and like watch them and like high five, you know?
What about the knife guy? What
about the FNAF guy?
No, the knife guy. You know, did he stab us in that time? Well, he'd stab you because I'd simply just dodge it, of course. And if he somehow even landed
no, but you're forgetting that I go, you know? So
okay.
So I'd also have like a layer of defense, you know, like your strategy. I'm noticing, right, is very like aggressive and offensive. Doesn't really leave time to worry about defense because you're like disabling the attacker quick enough. Whereas I'm much more like cautious and like methodical with my process. So when I'm like nibbling on those ankles, why is everyone saying run? Whatever, they're not important. So Man, this chicken is so good. Hold on, I'm gonna take a drink right quick.
Are you okay? Like, who's saying run? Like, have you got voices in your head, dude? Like, you might need to go to like an institution or something.
I don't know what you're talking about. What? You don't? You don't have voices?
No.
Is that? Okay, very funny, dude. Very funny.
Is this where you get your crazy ideas from?
What do you mean crazy? What do you mean crazy
Like
ideas?
the crazy hypotheticals you've been talking to us about for the past, like, 10 minutes.
Okay, what do you mean us? It's just you here,
What do you mean,
right?
us? It's me.
You said us. I thought. Ah, see, you slipped. Yeah, you thought that I didn't know that you didn't have voices, huh? Oh, wait, hold. You thought that I didn't know that you did have voices. And
I have voice. You're not real? None of this is.
Well, I'm not saying that. Like, no. Here.
I thought I was eating chicken nuggets, but they're just fucking rocks.
The rocks? Okay, so let me ask you this. Describe to me the taste of a chicken nugget. Of the chicken nuggets that you are eating right now. I'm gonna go blow my nose.
And scene.
Thank you.
I actually had to blow my nose. Hold on. So when I said picture the scene, I was describing the scene that we were gonna act out, and then we just rolled with the idea of we're discussing the idea of the scene, and that I liked way more.
Aster Mugman called us not important. What?
I did not say that. I said that the voices were not important. Also, hi Ashley. I'm sorry I had to commit to the bit.
Hi, Ashley. Welcome in. Aster, you need to hit fence reset button. Hey, darling, come here. Come here.
What's up? Okay, you don't need to call me over like a dog.
Hey, hold on.
What are you doing?
What the fuck?
Hi guys. You ready to continue? I just had dinner.
Hey, welcome back.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
It was all a bad
How's
dream,
dinner?
Judge.
So are we gonna like do the
We're
end
gonna
of this
finish
case?
this damn case.
We're gonna finish the case. Okay. I was wondering if we were gonna like stop here or like, continue.
I would
the
not
case.
have just let us sit here for like 20 minutes if we weren't gonna continue.
All right, so be it. Let's go.
Why is
The
one of the
voices!
judges on the council?
Silence in the courtroom, please. And silence all those voices in your head. Silence.
They stopped talking. How'd you do that?
The power of a hot woman. Miss Von Karma, if you would be so kind as to update us on the progress of the search. It's not good news, I'm afraid. The entire big building has been searched from top to bottom, and no auctioneer's hammer was found anywhere. That is bad news indeed. Then, we have no choice but to move ahead with the verdict.
Such a terrible shame. But I suppose only a fool would have left the murder weapon behind. It's certainly not what I expected from the first-rate criminal mind.
No, there's just not enough to work with here. I can't carry us any further on my own.
Yes, it really is a tragedy, but such is life, I suppose. I was just thinking back over the defendants I've made plea deals with over the years. People who poured out their hearts to me. Who trusted me with every detail of their crimes. And then, when it came to their sentencing, I recommended life in prison every time. For every single one.
Is he choking on his beard?
No! If only you could see them. The stupid, dumbfounded looks on their faces.
The verdict will now be passed. All present will accept the goddess's word as law.
There's nothing more I can do. Kay and I are both...
If only we had some proof! I never imagined I would be passing judgment on you under such circumstances.
The end of the road, huh?
By the power vested in me, Excelsius winner, this court hereby indicts you for your crimes!
Oh shit!
What?
Huh? What on earth's going on here? Got it into you, Verity.
I submit for the court's consideration the case file of a certain incident, namely, the IS-7 incident, a murder that took place 18 years ago.
What? But what does that file have to do with... Wait, you mean... Your late-night visit to this chamber? That was to...
Precisely. I came here to retrieve those documents. Though sadly, it would seem that I arrived too early to catch the auction itself. When we spoke of the matter before, I implied that I had come to retrieve files pertaining to your own case. You'll have to forgive me. That was a ruse to buy myself more time.
Surprise! Verity's been playing 4D chess the entire time. Also, look at her changing sides. She's on our side. What the heck are you doing, Cavell? You can't just accuse my dad without proper ground. It's deformation.
An excellent observation, Eustace.
Oh, it is?
And of course, I have the grounds to make such an accusation. 18 years ago, Mr. Manfred von Karma had some details about the victim's body fabricated.
Details he was forced to fabricate when the sculptor R.J. Frost's body went missing.
My papa, fabricating information! What is the meaning of this? Ian Seidman, the detective originally assigned to the case, did in fact report that the body had gone missing.
Yeah, he is a side character, isn't he?
However, it seems that a certain someone wasn't very pleased with Mr. von Karma, and deliberately withheld that information in order to bring him down a few pegs.
What?
This individual refuses to allow anyone to go against their wishes or challenge their power, and they're known to go to extreme lengths in order to bring those who defy them to heel. 18 years ago, they were no different. In fact, they even ordered Dr. Hertz to create a fake autopsy report for the IS-7 incident.
What? She was responsible for the fake report?
Wait, you have to understand, Grandma, she's not a bad person.
Man. I remember everyone was like, where was the committee when the IS-7 incident was happening? And I just had to say nothing.
She had to do what he said. She didn't have any choice.
The person in question was the chief prosecutor at the time.
Winner. The chief prosecutor 18 years ago. No!
The man who gave Papa the first penalty of his career! Excelsius winner! It was you!
Objection!
What are you all talking about? My dad would never do something like that!
I'm sorry, Eustace, but your opinion on the matter is not needed here. Well, Chairman Winner, do you have anything to say for yourself?
All that nonsense with the body, that was Manfred's doing. Such a willful boy. And the fake autopsy report? How the hell could you? I can't believe you naughty kids would do such a dishonest thing behind my back.
He's 68. Jesus. You really shouldn't be here.
He looks pretty good for
We could just
68,
ask her
honestly.
why she did it. She is standing right over there after all.
Hold it! Wait, Grandma, can't she? Grandma, I'm sorry, I knew. That's why Right, exactly. If I didn't, everybody would have found out about what you did. They said he was going to charge you if I didn't help them with their plan. He said that he would... I just had to do what the auctioneer said!
So you were coerced into it, were you, Nurse Needler? And just to be clear, the auctioneer was Chairman Winner?
I'm sorry, but I honestly don't know. The person forcing me to help them was the auctioneer. And they definitely looked to be about the same build as the chairman, but I never saw their face.
Well, there must be something. Any detail, no matter how small, will do.
Oh, wait! Their mask didn't cover their whole face! And the part that was uncovered had a tattoo on it. I remember that much for sure.
Tattoo? That would be on their, what? Like their jaw? Their chin? Their mouth?
Yeah?
A tattoo.
This all sounds very dramatic, but I really don't know what you're talking about. There's no tattoo anywhere on my face. I think I'd know if there was one, wouldn't you? Which means I can't be the ringleader, no matter how much you might want me to be.
Could that be where the wavy hair wig comes in? What if he is wearing a wig?
What if that's the fucking beard that he keeps on pulling on?
No way!
Yeah, what if he rips it off?
That would be such shit.
That'd be so
Oh my
cool,
god.
When he loses, he rips it off. That's what I imagine.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Let's go. Come on.
Judge?
Oh, I only hope you can figure out who this shameless manipulator might be. Oh.
Your contempt for this courtroom is an insult to the goddess.
Are you sure it's not you who's feeling insulted here?
I am not the only one who has been trying to bring you to justice. Miss Ringer had been trying too. And I refuse to let her sacrifice be in vain.
Young Rosie was looking to take me down, you say? But why? I barely knew her. I've always had a certain magnetic charm, but I don't remember ever catching that particular eye.
You barely knew the victim. Why, I do believe that is a new statement. The goddess demands that you offer your full testimony on the record.
So, that's how this is gonna go, hmm? You mean to hound me until I finally break? Well, that's the way you want it to be played? Play it fine. I'll destroy you all! Like that paper, every last one of you!
Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to work with you on this one. I doubt we'll get another chance to put him on the stand. So let's make the most of this opportunity.
Of course, Your Honor. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Now, Chairman Winner, you will tell this court everything you know about Miss Ringer. God, those
Good
eyes
point,
are...
Casper.
Those goggles would probably hold a full head of hair wig in place rather well.
Good point.
Young Rosie was a member of the committee, of course. But we never really had any personal interactions, at least none that I remember. I had no motive to murder that poor girl whatsoever. And I have absolutely no idea why she was after me!
So you don't mean to accept your part in any of this?
Of course he doesn't! He isn't guilty! How could he be? He's my dad! The winner of winners!
That's very kind of you, Eustace. But you'll need more than mere words if you plan to cover for me.
Right. You got it. I won't let them pin this on you. I believe in you, Dad. You'll beat Edgeworth. I know you will.
Yes, yes. You really are a sweet, simple child.
He really loves his dad, huh?
But that's no excuse for him to ignore his father's crimes. No matter how much he respects him. Regardless of their station in life, all criminals will be made to atone for their sins in time.
This won't be easy on Mr. Winner, but it has to be done. We can't let his father get away with this.
I'm waiting
Okay, clearly
for...
we gotta press something. Press that second one, because he's like, nothing that
Yeah,
I
I think
remember. It's like,
two.
bitch, you remember something! Tell me!
There's one, like, line that we get for, like, a beginning of an interrogation on him, or a cross-examination, I guess. And I hope it's the same in the official, because in the fan translation it was very funny.
We never really had any personal interactions. There's none that I remember.
Hold it!
Hold it!
Yeah. So you're saying you barely knew the victim at all?
That's exactly what I'm saying, my boy, yes. Why I never even knew about that burn mark on her hand.
You didn't.
I mean, what's the point? You get to know someone, but before you know it, they're gone. It's become such a pain to remember things about others. They're here one day and then
Gone the next. Yeah. Okay. Judge?
Okay. Judge is dead.
What? What?
They're here one
What?
day.
No, I already said I said it, so my internet connection must have dropped out.
Oh no!
it's become such a pain to remember things about others. They're here one day and then gone the next.
Oh dear.
Oh dear?
Because the audio is cutting out. I'm nervous. Also,
Oh no!
Okay, we're all good, we're all
Go
good,
back! Go back!
Hold on.
What? Oh, thank you. Yes, because they dare to stand up to you when you make them disappear. If you could please add your remark about the victim's burn to your testimony, Chairman Winner. I didn't even know about the burn mark on her hand.
Pretty sure.
Fuck!
Against that.
Okay.
Okay.
I think just press the statement. I think just press it.
Yeah, we'll have to
Yeah,
press
remember
it.
that? Yeah, press it again. I don't know.
With the burn mark.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, it's okay.
I'm not about to give you up just yet, Kay. I'm going to prove that you're innocent, one way or another.
Mr. Edgeworth.
It's so sweet.
I almost accidentally said I'm not about to give you up, Kay.
I mean, that's kind of true
That's
too.
almost sweet. You're sure you didn't know about the burn mark?
You really don't let up, do you? I'm not in the habit of memorizing who has a scar on their hand and who doesn't.
But this wasn't just any old scar. I'd say it's pretty noticeable, in fact.
Perhaps under normal circumstances. But now that I think about it, Miss Ringer did always wear gloves. Truth be told, I wasn't aware of the burn mark until after the incident myself.
The victim's hands were always covered by a pair of gloves.
It makes sense, of course. People can be very
Wait.
self-conscious about such things. I can only sympathize being something of a sensitive soul myself.
I didn't hear like the thing change.
It's okay, take your time. I hope you're not too sensitive to append that statement to your testimony. Suppose she was always wearing gloves. Perhaps it was to hide that burn. Hold that fucking thought. What was that fucking, present the plushie on this. The fucking, you
Yeah,
can't hide that
broken
burn
plushie.
from me. Because she was literally
Okay.
hiding it.
Okay, there we go.
Let's go!
So I was close.
Yeah, you presented the
I was
right
on
thing.
the right. I was on the right track.
So Miss Ringer always wore gloves. If she did, that raises a rather important question, and highlights quite a contradiction.
A contradiction, you say? Really?
If we listen again to the conversation that was captured by this stuffed cow, you'll soon see what I mean. Oh, here we go again. Oh, since this is a voice changer, I got you guys.
I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you.
You can't hide that burn from me.
Nothing to say.
Is that a
Why
voice
the fuck
changer, or are
did
you
the
just
screen
speaking?
close? Oh no, I'm just talking into a
Are you
mask.
mask right now?
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you speaking through a filter?
Now I'm to have my revenge!
We can be reasonably certain that what we just heard is the moment the victim was attacked.
Christ! We can be reasonably certain.
I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you.
Okay.
You can't hide that burn from me. We assumed that those words were the words of the killer.
And where's the problem in that? It seems like a perfectly sensible assumption to me.
I'm afraid not, Chairman Winner. For you see, if the victim was always wearing gloves as you just testified, then the burn mark on her hand should not have been visible to the killer.
Objection.
Bart, what the
You
fuck
speak
are you
as-
talking about?
The lightning McGrew. Oh, I love you and I miss you.
I'm
Good job,
sorry
guys.
I missed your call. Clip this.
Yeah, no.
Holy shit! Also, babes, I just got the most. I just got the most insane theory. I know it's completely off topic to the but I just thought, right? Wouldn't it be insane if he gave her the burn mark? He's always carrying around that damn lighter.
Maybe.
I don't know if that's actually where she got it, but
I don't like the way my
see.
skin feels on my body. Do you like the way your skin feels on your body? You don't? Why don't you burn it off?
What?
Burn off your skin.
what? Say this?
What?
With this fucking face on screen. Okay, I'll get it together. Okay. Did you say it? I'll get it together.
Oh, wait a minute. You sing as if gloves can't be easily removed. She could have taken them off during the auction.
That's...
Hold it! But she hadn't! She was still wearing them when I changed places with her. So they must have been on her hands when she was being murdered, too.
What are you saying, my dear? You don't know how much trouble you're in, don't you?
I'm not scared of you anymore. I have Grandma on my side now.
Now it's time for you to pay the piper, winner, you dang devil!
I see. So you're both looking to disappear, too. That can be arranged.
Not this time, Excelsius Winner. The only person disappearing will be you.
Hey, you can't talk to my dad like that. Who cares if the burn was covered up? Why does it even matter?
Oh, it matters. Because it turns our understanding of the burn mark on its head.
What do you mean? What can the fact that the victim's burn mark was covered up possibly tell us?
The murderer had a burn mark too. Think about it like this, Mr. Winner. The victim was wearing gloves. Therefore, the burn mark on her hand would not have been visible. In which case, whose burn mark was it that was being referenced in the recording?
Somebody who, wasn't the victim?
Precisely. Which can only mean that the culprit had a prominent burn mark too. Or to put it another way, I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Those words were spoken not by the murderer, but by the victim.
No way!
Objection.
Eustace, my boy, would you mind stepping outside for a sec? Look, Miles, it's nice to see you having fun with your little flights of fancy, but let's get serious. So the murderer had a burn mark now. Really? Where? Your little theory will either take flight or die depending on your answer here, I'm afraid.
He's not messing around. I have to figure out where that burn mark was, and fast.
I wonder where it could have been. All of the auction people were wearing disguises, right?
Yes, and each
Look at the
disguise was
ringleaders.
different. Yet in spite of that, the burn mark was visible to the victim somehow. Which means...
Well, shall we? Enlighten us, why don't you?
So it must have been the appearance of the ringleader, right?
Yeah, because it got updated with the mask. I was wondering where the mask was, but yeah, it's in the ringleader's second page, Ren, bottom left.
Had a tattoo on the part of their face that masked it. Oh.
What if that wasn't a tattoo? Here is my evidence. The outfit the ringleader was wearing throughout the auction. Or rather, the outfit you were wearing, Chairman Winner.
And what exactly is that supposed to tell us?
A suit, white gloves, and a mask. This disguise should have covered almost all of your skin. But according to Nurse Needler's testimony, the auctioneer's mask didn't quite cover your entire face. And not only that, she claims to have seen a tattoo on the part that was exposed. But was it a tattoo? Or did she simply mistake a burn mark for one?
A burn mark? On the face? You could have.
Sorry to interrupt while you're so clearly enjoying yourself, dear boy. But I regret to inform you, no one of the committee members had such a burn. Myself included, of course.
But Dad, I mean...
Eustace, do you think you can be quiet, please? You can be foolish on your own time later.
Well, you may be an annoyance most of the time, Mr. Winner. But on this particular occasion, I'm grateful for your presence. A reaction like that from you, his son, is as good an indicator of the truth as I could have hoped for. And it gives me a much-needed confidence boost concerning another theory of mine. Namely, who that one unexplained item belongs to.
What's the matter with Mr. Winner?
I think he might be in shock. After all, he's usually the last one to figure things out. And in this case, he seems to have gotten there all too quickly. He knows that his father is indeed the real murderer.
He's sad because he knows the truth. So, it's better not to know the truth at all.
No, Kay. It's what we came here for. It doesn't matter how we get there. The important thing is finding the truth. You yourself told me that once. Right when I needed to hear it the most. And now, it's time for me to repay the favor and show you the truth of your innocence.
I want to know too, the truth of what really happened. So please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you show me?
I very much intend to.
Oh ho ho! You don't know when to give up, do you? Where is this burn then? Perhaps you can point it out to me. But you can't you? Can you? You bet you can't, can you? Because it's nowhere to be found, just like your evidence that I'm the killer. Shut up! Shut up!
That's a triple negative! That's a triple negative!
Yeah! Hunt for contradictions all you like. You won't find any. Because he's my dad! A winner through and through!
I understand, Mr. Winner. I completely understand why you don't want to believe it's true. But if you ignore the truth now, you'll regret it for as long as you live.
Dad, what do I do?
I just don't understand it. How could I have raised such an utter buffoon? If you really wish to help your father, Eustace, you can try thinking on your own for once in your life, you useless nitwit!
You know how Eustace is always saying, "Don't make fun of me"?
Yeah.
But I try all the time, Dad! All I do is try! I went to the school you wanted me to go to! I aced every test! Look at my jacket! They only give these to the valedictorian! I did everything you told me to! I worked like crazy and graduated top of my class! I tried to be just like you and win as many trophies as I could!
You see that, Eustace? That was my respect for you. You really are just a simpering simpleton, aren't you? Those tests you aced, I had the school give you perfect scores on all of them. Those debates and speech competitions you won, the judges were all friends of mine. If you never even realized that much, there's no hope for you, I'm afraid. Not at all. You're no son of mine. Even you must see that.
Hey.
Oh, God, my own son, and they all leave in the end.
God.
I mean, even when he was trying, he was failing, and he did it all for me. Then he should have tried harder.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Is that why Gavel took him on? To get a shot at Excelsius and putting him on the trot. So literally everything. Oh, that recontextualized a lot.
You also think about how even when Eustace was failing, she always tried to lift him up. She was always like, not quite, or always just tried to gently lead him in the right direction. Was always encouraging him.
This is fucked.
Anyway,
That's pretty fucked up.
I finally get to say it. I love Eustace. I love him so much. And that's why everyone was just like, that's why a lot of people who like the game are so like focused on Eustace. Because like his story is just incredible.
Anyways. You're a disgrace! You don't deserve to be a father! And you certainly don't deserve to be a chairman of this committee!
Even I feel sorry for the boy now.
Mr. Winner.
Explain yourself, Chairman Winner! Just what do you think your son is to treat him in such a way?
An utterly useless pawn sounds about right. But you're one to talk, Verity. You tried to worm your way into my trust by using Eustace too.
I knew it.
I cannot deny it. However, I have never thought of him as a mere pawn. He may not be a naturally gifted prosecutor, but he tries. In some ways, he tries harder than anybody. That's what I have witnessed during my time with him. Yet you would call him useless! How could you? He literally named his son Useless.
Oh my god, I made that joke as gumshoe.
No fucking way!
I was like, oh, useless, more like useless. Oh, snap!
Yeah, that was
Oh, good one, detective.
that
Wait a
was
minute.
intentional.
Bye-bye, sir!
Oh, my hand. God damn.
Please don't report me for battery and assault.
We'll see what happens next time. I review your salary for the month.
No!
Oh, because he is. Verily, my girl, he is utterly incapable of doing anything I ask of him.
Mr. Edgeworth, I entrust my offering to the goddess to you, so that you may use it to call her final judgment unto Excelsius winner.
Thank you, Your Honor. I've been more than ready to do so. The ringleader had a visible burn mark on my face that night, and it would follow that Chairman Winner is currently hiding that mark somehow. How exactly was he dressed during the auction? That will be the key to solving this case at last.
Now then, your answer, please. Which piece of evidence will help us to reveal the burn mark on the culprit's face?
Nurse Needler's statement.
It's gotta be them wigs!
Take that!
Recall Nurse Needler's testimony, if you will. There was one thing we never quite resolved. The second wig. The one that wasn't used.
I seem to remember it being wavy? What are you two talking about?
Nurse Needler apparently found some very interesting items when she went to swap places with the victim.
And what do they have to do with the burn mark?
What she found were two wigs. One was intended to make her look more like the victim. But what was the other one for?
I don't suppose it was meant to be a snare.
It doesn't take a huge leap of imagination to see the truth. Compare Chairman Winner's current appearance to that of the ringleader as it was described to us.
Stop it! Stop shooting at me!
Casper, you called it.
One very prominent difference presents itself. His face. Or rather, what's around it.
You mean... it wasn't a wig after all?
Indeed. Not a wig intended to go on the top of the head in any case. It was a fake beard all along! Wasn't it, Excelsius winner?
Why, this is all my own, dear boy. How very unkind of you to suggest otherwise.
We saw how your son reacted when he realized the truth, and how he desperately tried to cover for you, even in light of his realization. Yet you still feared that he might expose you. So rather than take that risk, you bullied him until he couldn't take it anymore. Because he knew that your beard hides a prominent burn mark. Chairman Winner, I insist that you remove your beard this instant! Fuck!
It's okay. Look!
There it is! The burn mark!
Mr. Edgeworth, for bringing evil to justice before the eyes of the goddess, you have my thanks.
No, thank you. I couldn't have done it without you.
Excelsius winner! In the name of the goddess, I hereby pronounce my verdict. In the matter of the murder of Miss Rosie Ringer, this court finds you guilty!
He kind of looked like Heisenberg.
Beautiful.
You know, when he burned his hair off.
Bald! Bald!
You sis, we need to cook.
God, that was so fucking good! Oh! I love this case, I really do.
Mr. Edgeworth, I can't thank you enough. You never gave up on me, even when I gave up on myself. That was very kind of you.
There's no need to thank me. As a prosecutor? No. As a friend, it was the least I could do.
Mr. Edgeworth, rejoice! I've learned that Chairman Winter has been safely delivered to the detention center. The search for the missing auction hammer continues. However, we are talking about Chairman Winter here, so it's highly likely that it has already been destroyed. In addition, there is one other matter I must inform you of. The chairman made a rather strange statement. According to him, the letters were not part of his plan.
What? How could that be?
He claims that he and Miss Needler found this letter on Miss Ringer's person, and that they then found a second letter on Kay's unconscious body. From their contents, the letters seemed to be ones of correspondence, so he leapt to the conclusion that they must have been working with each other.
I'm blowing my nose, give me a second.
It's okay.
You ain't off the hook, Gavel. I mean, I don't know. I feel like when this case came around and I like started slowly remembering all that happened, that was when I was like, ah, yes, I remember. Gavel did a lot to help here. I'm just saying, we couldn't have done it without her.
I wish she was like a teensy bit more cooperative.
Earlier...
Oh, well, that's why she was supporting Eustace so much, so that she could get in Excelsius's good books.
This is true.
That's quite the conclusion to jump to.
And I mean, also, she was very annoying, but in the end, she was actually after, like, the pursuit of justice. I mean, she's working in this corrupt committee that she knows is corrupt, and she wants to fix it. I like this game. I like the characters a lot. You see what I mean, though? How, like, the overarching problems also just, like, affect the characters that you come to love. And so it makes the whole story more engaging, instead of all of these, like, lackluster villains who you meet, like, once, and then you corner them, and then that's it. You never see them again. If she tried to help, that would have potentially blown her cover. Yeah.
As he read the letters, that's when he came up with the idea to frame Miss Faraday for Miss Ringer's murder. So he decided to place the victims? A letter in a very conspicuous place. Namely, in her left chest pocket.
Sounds to me like he's just trying to make excuses for himself.
Yes, I certainly thought the same. Perhaps it was some sort of last-ditch ploy on his part? But it matters not. He will answer to the goddess now. And under her scrutiny, such strategies cannot hope to succeed. He will not escape justice. And with that, one of the duties with which I have been entrusted with is complete at last.
Judge Gavel, before you go, can you tell us what you know about how Chairman Winter came to murder Miss Ringer? There's more there, isn't there?
Yes, and I suppose you have earned the right to the whole truth. Miss Ringer once had a lover, a press photographer. He was investigating the underground auctions as a freelance journalist. But before he could uncover the truth behind the auctions, he was... disappeared. All Miss Ringer was left with were the memories and personal effects of her lover. And so, seeking revenge on Chairman Winter, she made her appearance at the auction. Unfortunately for her, her opponent struck first.
I see. So that's the story behind this case.
While the goddess does not condone acts of wanton vengeance, Miss Ringer's actions have exposed Chairman Winter's crimes at last.
But that was your real goal. You were tasked with exposing Excelsius Winter and the corruption at the heart of the committee.
Does anyone know what happened to Mr. Winter? I am afraid I haven't been able to get in touch with him. Do you have any idea why? Probably because I wasn't there for him just now, when he needed me most.
Oh. I really feel bad for him.
Oh, don't pity him too much. At least he knows the truth now. And no matter how hard it might be, he'll need to learn to accept it. If he can't, he'll never be able to move on with his life. Trust me.
Her father's influence isn't easily erased. But in time, he can hopefully try and change his ways.
You're right. You've gotta be. Can I change too, I wonder? Can I move on with my life? Are you okay, Kay? How's that head feeling? I'm fine. Thank you. I'm so sorry, Kay. You were my patient. I had a responsibility to you, and instead I let them accuse you.
Dang right! We ain't just in the business of fixing bodies, missy. The mind's where it all begins.
You're right, Grandma. Speaking of which, how's your memory? It's like, with a little more time, maybe I'll be able to remember some more.
Please forgive me, but I had better be on my way. I am to preside over the trial of Fifi Lagarde in a bit.
Oh. The Bronco Knight case, huh? Who's the defense attorney?
It was supposed to be Miss Ringer, but as she is no longer with us, we are still in the process of finding her replacement.
Miss Ringer was scheduled to represent Warden Lagarde.
And of course, until we find Eustace, there is nobody to act for the prosecution either. In any case, I must take my leave.
Wait, please. What about Mr. Edgeworth's badge? What's gonna happen to it now?
With its chairman under arrest, the committee's activities have been suspended for the time being. So, to answer your question, it's complicated? It's all up to the goddess now.
But...
Don't worry about it, Kay. It's a consequence of my own making.
And I assume you do not mean to change your mind?
Of course not. I chose the path of truth, and I chose it willingly.
With Chairman Winter out of the picture, justice is in the hands of the righteous once more. If you did wish to follow the path of the prosecutor again, Mr. Edgeworth, prosecutor's path, I would be more than happy to facilitate such a decision.
It's very kind of you to offer, but I can't accept your help at this time. I can't ask for my badge back when I'm not even sure if I want it anymore.
I see. It seems we are destined to continue on different paths, then.
Well, I trust you'll keep my badge safe until they converge again.
With all I have. In the meantime, I have here a token of the goddess's mercy. You may return this notebook to its rightful owner.
Oh no. Kay's promise notebook!
It seems it was due to be sold in the auction, and with the name K written on its cover, Chairman Winter made the connection immediately and knew who it belonged to. It was the same name as the one in the letters, after all.
The letters he claimed to know nothing about? I suppose he insisted he didn't prepare them.
Yes. He also had something else to say. Apparently he thought that Miss Faraday was after her notebook, and that Miss Ringer was after his life. And that the respective goals are what led them to cooperate and infiltrate the auction together.
Unfortunately for him, he misread the situation completely. It was all just happenstance. If Kay had known a defense attorney who was also a member of the committee, there's no way she wouldn't have told me. That just isn't like her.
Your belief in her is touching. While the notebook did become part of Chairman Winter's cover-up scheme, it is also a treasured possession of Miss Faraday's, which is why I would like for her to have it back, as I am sure with the goddess.
Thank you.
I pray that it helps her to recover her lost memories.
Is everything alright?
Judge Gavel wanted me to return something important to you.
Isn't that... Always greet people with a smile. Even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers. Daddy! I wrote them all down, Daddy! Yeah! I'm gonna keep all my promises and be a real hero when I grow up, just like you! Oh wait! I forgot to write one down! The most important promise of all! Promise number 5. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand! I remembered it just how you said it! And now I'll never forget it! Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. That's right! I have to try! I'm... Kay Faraday! The great thief who'll do anything to get her hands on the truth! Second Yatagarasu, an assistant to Mr. Edgeworth!
Kay, is that really you?
I can't say I'm not a little bit embarrassed, but... Yeah, I'm back! And I couldn't have done it without you, Mr. Edgeworth! You never stopped helping me, even when I was totally lost and couldn't remember anything.
Thank goodness. Well, you certainly seem to be back.
Hey! So this is the real you, huh? Welcome back. It's so good to know you're better. I can sleep easy now.
Now that you found it, don't you dare go losing that memory of yours again, young lady, you hear?
Miss Needler, Dr. Hertz, thanks a lot for looking after me.
And if you really are better, how about you get out of them dang hospital beds?
Oh yeah, I washed all your clothes for you. Here.
I thought they were with Detective Gumshoe.
He handed them over to us after they came back from forensics. She's back!
And did he happen to mention if forensics found anything of note?
I didn't ask. Anyway, never mind that now. Put them on, Kay, I want to see you.
Wait, what about her bandages? Surely it's too soon to remove them.
It's probably fine. She may have taken a big old bump to the head, but she wasn't really hurt otherwise.
But then, why all the bandages in the first place?
Prevention's better than cure. A stitch in time saves 9. Those are just a few of my mottos.
Both of which sound like painfully annoying practices for your patients.
Okay, Kay. Transformation time.
Did you get her own magical girl transformation? Hey!
Yeah, now this is what I'm talking about. Fits like a stolen glove.
That smile suits you better too, as it always did.
Thanks to you too, Miss Von Karma. I'm so glad you showed up when you did.
I simply came when Scruffy asked me to. I'm sure he'll be very happy to see that you're back to your old self too.
Speaking of Gummy, where is he?
Who knows? Perhaps the well of his devotion ran dry when a certain someone threw away his badge.
Detective Gumshoe.
Anyway, I have to be going, and I'll be taking those 2 with me. I wonder if she got a room to change in or if she just started glowing white and changed. Don't worry, she had a magical girl transformation.
Off screen?
Wait, what's gonna happen to them?
Acting as an accomplice in a murder and forging an autopsy report 18 years ago, their crimes can't be allowed to go unpunished. But the fact that Excelsius Winter coerced them into cooperating will, of course, be taken into account.
Don't you worry about us, Kay. As long as Grandma and me are together, we'll be alright.
Take care, Kay Faraday, until we meet again.
Bye, Francisca. So, Kay.
I'm sorry. He handed her the notebook and she was just like, oh my god, it's like my dad is giving me the notebook again.
Okay, can I be a little bit honest?
Yes.
I thought that frame of him handing her the notebook was a little bit goofy.
So did you know that
It looked a little bit goofy.
that frame is actually a meme format?
I fucking knew it!
The meme format makes it so he's handing you the diploma to Clown University instead. Alternatively, an L. But I did not want to say anything in the moment.
I also didn't want to say anything because you looked like you were sobbing.
Because I was. And then I saw that fucking frame and I was like, I forgot that this come from here.
Oh god, Barn, what have we done? Anyways.
I'll send you all the memes later.
Kindly. I know you only just got your memory back, but I need to ask you some questions.
Sure, ask away.
What happened the day you lost your memory? What were you doing?
Let's see. Somebody asked me to meet them at Gourd Lake. But I didn't know who it was. So there I was, just looking up at the moon when somebody in a red raincoat started walking toward me. They must have drugged me somehow, because that's when I fell unconscious.
What? I'm not sure I follow. Kay was at Gourd Lake looking up at the moon?
Anyway, when I came to, I was on the roof of this building. I was in a daze and stumbling around up there when I saw the person in the red raincoat again, but they were lying on the ground. I was so surprised I stumbled backward. And then I was falling, and everything went dark. When I came to the second time, I couldn't remember anything. The person in the red raincoat, who in the world were they? I'm sure they were walking in midair. Thinking about it's making my head hurt.
Just breathe, Kay. You only just got your memory back. You're still confused. I imagine the root cause of your confusion is probably your memories of two different locations. I imagine things are all mixed up in your mind because you were at Gourd Lake one minute and then at the top of the big building the next. And because you saw the moon in both locations, your mind blended your memories of the two together.
Huh? But those are two totally different places. I knew I was pretty out of it, but I don't think I could have gotten them confused that easily.
I believe these things on the roof may have made you more likely to become confused.
The stand?
Take that!
Or the tree, if not that. There are two key similarities between the scene down by Gourd Lake and here on top of the big building. Cherry blossoms and food stands.
Wait, you're right!
Those similarities are what caused your memories of both places to overlap. The person in the red raincoat wasn't walking in midair. They were walking toward you from across the park. But in your blurry memories, the same sight played out over the viewing platform instead.
No way! Who steals the Great Thief's memories, huh? That's just cheating!
Even still, this doesn't answer the question of who attacked Kay in the park. Was it the person in the red raincoat she saw? What the fuck? Do you hear that?
It sounds like it's coming from up in the storeroom. Come on, let's go take a look!
Well, hey! I smell another scoop in the coffin! In the offin, bruh.
You're still here?
I forgot. Anyway.
Hi! Why are you here?
The fuck is beeping? Kay, look at the camera funny. Oh, what the fuck?
It's coming from this little gadget here, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's transceiver! I feel like I've seen it somewhere before.
It's still going.
But I'm no good with technology.
Oh, come on, you have to pick up. Oh, fine, I'll do it. Hey, this is Edgeworth.
Kay, if you could refrain from answering strange calls for me.
Judge, this is you.
What?
Oh.
Okay.
Low.
What? Sorry, what?
If I remember properly, I think this is Shelly the Killer?
What?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it
Yeah, it
Oh
is.
shit.
Mr. Edgeworth, I presume.
I know that voice.
Yeah.
Shelly the Killer!
What happened to the assassin from the first case? Ba-bum.
Congratulations on another case solved. Yet I can't truly say it's been fully resolved, can you?
Are you eating at a restaurant right now?
I'm sure you've noticed by now that. I'm sure you've. I'm trying to remember the voice. It's been so long. I'm sure you've noticed by now that there was a mastermind at work orchestrating the entire incident.
You got it.
How do you even know about this case?
That's not what's important right now. Let's focus on this certain individual for the time being, shall we?
I have indeed been wondering myself if somebody else could have been involved. If not, how are we to explain this piece of evidence that proves so damning to Kay's case?
No way! An evil mastermind! But who?
Who indeed? Perhaps you could share your thoughts.
The letter. The one that says... Yeah, that's addressed to her. If it wasn't Rosie, and if it wasn't Excelsius, who the fuck wrote that? This right here proves that somebody else was behind all this.
Did you just
sorry?
take that
I don't
at
get
a
it.
throw? Sadly, neither do I.
Am I stupid? Wait, what? I thought it was...
Be? Perhaps...
I think
Oh,
it's-
is it the
victim's
bloody
letter.
one?
Yeah,
The
it's the
fucking
other
bloody one on the second page. Bruh. Okay.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
The letter K supposedly wrote to the victim.
Yeah. I don't remember ever writing that.
Oh, okay, well that makes more sense.
So, who did it? Who would prepare such a thing? I know I'm not the only one who would like to know.
How do we know it wasn't you?
Now, why would I do a thing like that, I believe the truth can only fully come to light in a court of law. But since you've had your badge revoked, that is no longer an option. So how will it end? How will it all end? I, for one, will be watching from the sidelines with interest.
He even knows about my badge.
Oh, and one last thing. I do hope you won't betray my trust in you. Now I bid you farewell.
What the heck did he mean by the case hasn't been fully resolved? Why is he so interested in us anyway? Ugh. Everything's just one giant ball of mysteries.
It seems we've only scratched the surface of this case. But even without my badge, I'm going to carry on doing what I can. However this ends, one thing's for certain. Come what may, I will expose the truth.
And that's the end. We did it!
And now, what's the last one called? Turnabout for the Ages?
That's the one.
What a fucking badass name. Okay. Eustace.
Yeah, I like Eustace, I do. I don't know, a lot about his character makes sense once you play episode 4. Like, this is also just a great case in general. Like, this is a great case. This is a pretty good case. This is a good case. I really like the second investigations game. I really like this game. Because, like, we haven't gotten to the end yet. By the way, this case is pretty long. It's the longest case in the game. But, and this one is actually the shortest. But, we learned so much about Eustace in this case. From, like, 2 interactions, and like, both of them are from his dad. Like, we've always known that he was a deeply insecure individual. And now we finally know exactly why. And it's like, it's so much worse than you could have imagined. Like, he's not just, like, kind of stupid. He's... like, he has memory problems from being berated by his dad all the time. Am I the only one who thinks Eustace's hair thingy looks like a question mark? That's intentional, actually. It's supposed to look like a question mark. And then whenever Whenever he notices something, it sticks straight up like an exclamation point.
Very nice.
Very cute. But anyway, we will start this one next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My voice needs a break.
Are you winning, daughter? Yes.
Hi, Faye. I need to blow my nose. Hold on.
Look at baby K.
L.
Oh yeah, and then oh fuck, wrong one. So let me find hold on.
His face, sorry.
Let me find it. Yeah. I found it.
I'll share with the class.
I'm sorry. If you literally look up Edgeworth Clown University. But here, I can also just send it in Let me see. Yeah, I can't send the link in chat. Just look up Edgeworth Clown University.
I see it.
Yeah, there's a lot. Edgeworth of the Edgeworth Clown meme. Just me for real. I love how Miles Edgeworth in general is also just a very memeable character, I feel. He's very memeable. Have you seen this man? Yeah, it's pretty good. Anyway, I named my cat Miles. That's so
Sleep
real.
well.
Alright.
Kestrel.
And with that, everybody, thank you for hanging out with us. It was kind of hell dealing with internet shit, but it was very fun in the end. Any final words, you two?
My throat hurt.
Everyone rests well. Like, yeah, I'm glad that we were able to get through this case, even with the hiccups with the internet. But I'm glad to see it through. And now we're on to the final case. Oh my goodness!
Oh
it's
my
gonna be the
goodness.
last
This really
thing
was
for a
what we
while.
needed, yeah.
Time to rest, you three.
Yes, ma'am. Alright, thank you for joining us, everybody. And with that, I will see you all later. Good night.